Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome. Before we begin this important conversation, I invite you to subscribe to our channel. Join our growing community of women who understand and support each other, especially if this story resonates with you on a personal level. We're here to build a safe and empowering space together. Your voice truly matters. Share your experiences, your insights, and your struggles in the comments below. Let's learn from one another. And if anything we discuss today touches your heart, please pass this along to someone who might need to hear it, someone who might be feeling alone in their journey. Because we're all walking this path together, navigating the complexities of stepmotherhood and blended families. And together, we can be a source of light, lighting the way for one another through shared experiences and understanding. This is a space for genuine connection, a place where you can feel seen and heard, a space for deep understanding, where we acknowledge the unique challenges we face, and a space for celebrating the incredible strength, resilience, and love it takes to be a stepmom. My own journey as a stepmom has been a profound teacher. It's filled with unexpected turns, twists, and sometimes complete detours, and moments that test every fiber of your being, pushing you to your limits and beyond. But it's also a journey of profound love, unexpected joy, and immense personal growth if we open our hearts and minds to it. Today I want to talk about the things we, as stepmoms, wish our partners could truly understand about our experiences, not to place blame or create division, but to foster deeper connection and empathy within our relationships. It's about revealing the often unseen quiet realities of our role, the emotional labor, and the constant navigation of complex family dynamics, so that together we can build stronger, more loving, and more supportive partnerships based on mutual respect and understanding. This is for every woman who's ever felt unseen, unappreciated, or unheard, despite pouring her heart and soul into her family. This is for you, and you are not alone. I remember countless mornings in the kitchen, a whirlwind of activity, orchestrating the morning chaos, managing schedules, and trying to keep everyone on track, making sure everyone had what they needed to start their day, from breakfast and lunches to clean clothes and a reassuring hug. Yet, amidst all the hustle and bustle, I often felt like a ghost, fading into the background. Present in body, but somehow invisible in spirit, my efforts unnoticed, my feelings overlooked. Today, we're giving that quiet, often unheard voice a microphone, amplifying the experiences of stepmoms everywhere, and speaking our truth with love, compassion, and a fierce determination to create positive change. What I wish my husband truly understood is the often invisible, yet very real weight we carry as stepmoms. It's a weight that's not always apparent, not always spoken about, but constantly present. It's definitely not just about the chores. It's the emotional and mental load that is uniquely tied to our role, a role that demands so much, often without clear guidelines or appreciation. We're constantly thinking about the kids' feelings, especially after visiting their mom. We worry about their emotional well-being, hoping they feel loved and secure in both homes. We're thinking about blending old and new traditions, trying to create a cohesive family identity that honors everyone's past while building a shared future. And we're always thinking about balancing support and boundaries. How much is too much? How little is neglectful? It's a constant tightrope walk. The silence surrounding this weight only makes it heavier to bear. From the outside, we often look like just another part of the team, seamlessly integrated into the family dynamic. But inside, we're constantly navigating a complex web of emotions, loyalties, and unspoken expectations. We worry constantly about being perceived as the wicked stepmother if we dare to enforce rules or set boundaries, or being seen as a pushover if we don't step up and take charge when needed. We wholeheartedly celebrate the kids' victories, big and small, but we also feel the quiet ache of not fully sharing their history, of not being there for all the formative moments that shaped them. I still vividly remember the day my stepson, in a moment of anger, yelled, "You're not my mom!" A single, searing moment that seemed to erase all my efforts, all my love, and all my good intentions. And when I tried, with trembling voice, to explain all of this to my husband, the profound sense of loneliness, the feeling of isolation, was incredibly hard to convey. We quietly absorbed the daily friction, the little disagreements, and the small, almost imperceptible rejections, often silently, not wanting to burden our partners with what might seem like trivial complaints. But this very silence, intended to protect, can inadvertently create distance between us. When we finally do share these vulnerable moments, please know that we're not complaining. We're simply asking to be seen, to be heard, and to be supported in this unique and challenging role. Because sometimes, we just desperately need you to help us hold this invisible weight, even if it's just for a moment, to know we're not alone in carrying it. The word stepmom carries pressure and baggage we never asked for. We're expected to love instantly, yet constantly reminded we're not their mother. Our love is real, but it grew differently. It started with loving you and choosing to embrace your children. This love is a daily decision, a conscious act of building trust from the ground up. It's a different kind of strength, often lonely and unseen. I'll never forget when my stepdaughter confided in me. A small moment, but a breakthrough. That trust was a quiet victory, proof that our role is about addition, not replacement. We add another layer of love and support. We need our partners to see us as more than a helpmate or co-parent. We're forging new, important relationships. When we feel supported in creating our own space, the whole family grows stronger. We're not trying to replace anyone. We're trying to connect. Support us in this, and the family becomes more whole. We are more than a title, we are a heart trying to connect. One of the loneliest feelings, a feeling that can creep into the quiet corners of your heart, is being an outsider in your own home. It's a unique kind of isolation, isn't it? To be surrounded by people you love, yet feel utterly alone. For stepmoms, it happens in small moments, those seemingly insignificant instances that accumulate over time. Inside jokes, the kind that bubble up from shared experiences and create an instant bond. Old stories, tales retold so many times they've become family lore. Photo albums from before you arrived, pages filled with faces and memories you weren't a part of. These aren't meant to exclude, not intentionally, but they do. They create a subtle divide, a reminder of what was before. I remember a holiday, a time meant for togetherness and joy, listening to laughter about a trip I wasn't part of, a trip that had clearly become a cherished family memory. I smiled, wanting to be a good sport, but felt a wall go up, a protective barrier against the sting of exclusion, a reminder I was grafted onto this family tree, not quite the same as being rooted there from the start. In those moments, a small gesture of inclusion makes all the difference. A simple acknowledgement can break down that wall. A simple, "I wish you'd been there," a heartfelt expression of wanting to share the experience, or "let's make our own memory." An invitation to create something new together pulls us into the circle. It bridges the gap between them and us. It's about building a bridge, brick by brick, from the past to our shared future. A future where we are all equal participants. We don't want to be a footnote, a mere addition to someone else's story. We want to be a main character in the story of us. A vital part of the narrative, contributing our own unique perspective. When you help us write ourselves into the family narrative, when you actively include us in the ongoing story, you give the gift of belonging. A gift more precious than words can express. It's not about being needy. It's not about demanding attention or special treatment. It's about the human need to belong, to feel connected, valued, and loved. Acknowledging the echo, the lingering sense of not quite belonging, and filling the home with new shared sounds, laughter, and experiences is a powerful act of love. It's a conscious choice to build a stronger, more inclusive family. Help us feel like we truly belong. Help us write our own chapter in the family story. Social media shows us perfect families, but for blended families, the pressure is even greater. There's an unspoken expectation to prove we're just as happy and normal. This myth of the perfect blended family is not only unrealistic, it's damaging. Blended family life is messy, and pretending otherwise is exhausting. We feel pressure to be the glue, the peacemaker, to keep the perfect picture intact. I spent years chasing this myth, exhausting myself trying to control every outcome. One failed family day left me in tears, not because of the rain, but the weight of failed expectations. What I wish my husband knew, I need permission to not be perfect. Embracing the mess together allows for real connection and honest laughter. The goal isn't perfection. It's a real, resilient family, strong enough for its own beautiful, complicated truth. As a stepmom, you learn to celebrate the small things. The grand moments are rare, so we cherish the little victories. A shared smile, a request for help, a spontaneous hug. These moments are the fuel that keeps us going. I remember the first time my stepson hugged me goodbye. A small gesture, but monumental for us. For me, each "I love you" is a milestone. I want my husband to celebrate these with me, to see them as bricks in our family's foundation. When he notices and cheers me on, it validates my role and effort. Sharing these victories turns them into family joy. It says, I see you. I see how hard you're trying. These little moments stitch our blended family's heart together. They make us stronger and more resilient, one small act of connection at a time. Celebrate the little victories. They're everything. They're how we build a family. Communication is the lifeblood of any marriage, but in a blended family, it takes even more intention. We need our partners to speak the language of us, to shift from me and my kids to we and our family. This isn't just about pronouns, it's about perspective. When my husband says, "We are proud of you," or "We decided," it shows unity and reinforces my role. It prevents me from being cast as the mean stepmom. Early in our marriage, I had to remind him, "It's not just you, we need to figure this out together." That shift in language made me feel seen and valued. The language of us is a daily practice, a commitment to building a new family identity. When a husband uses it, he builds a fortress of solidarity around his marriage. It tells his wife, "You are not alone. We are in this together." That feeling of partnership is the bedrock of a happy blended family. Speak the language of us. It changes everything. It's how we become a team. Strip away the complexities, and what stepmoms want is simple: to be truly seen. Not just as a wife or co-parent, but as a woman navigating a uniquely challenging role. Sometimes our quiet or distance is us processing a tough moment, not anger at you. Sometimes a small thing is the last straw after a day of invisible labor. Seeing us means looking for the story behind our mood, being curious about our inner world. I know my husband sees me when he listens to my feelings or thanks me for what I do. When he anticipates tough weekends and asks how he can support me, I feel valued. Your wife, the stepmom to your children, is on the front lines every day. The most powerful thing you can do is make a conscious effort to see her effort, her heart, her struggles, her triumphs. When a woman feels truly seen, she can face any challenge. Your validation is her armor. See her and you give her strength. The secret to a thriving blended family isn't a formula, it's the strength of the couple at its center. A strong partnership is the foundation for everything else. When husband and wife are united, the family can weather any storm. Empathy is the key, walking in each other's shoes, understanding each other's struggles. Teamwork is empathy in action, communicating, compromising, and presenting a united front. It's about regular check-ins, shared rules, and making time for your marriage. Nurturing your bond isn't selfish, it's essential for your family's health. A strong team can handle anything. To stepmoms, your journey is valid, your heart is seen. To husbands, we ask for your partnership, your empathy, your teamwork. Together, we can build more than a blended family. We can build a home filled with love and belonging. The power to create that reality lies in our partnership. It lies in the power of us.